Say what needs to be said. It's your host, Asante, Mr. Pick Six Samuel. All right, the Denver Broncos, Jerry Jeudy, Russell Wilson, and Sean Payton. What's going on in Broncos Nation? Let's talk about it. How is it possible to be considered an elite receiver in the NFL if the quarterback can't get you the ball or the system isn't built for the wide receiver? How is it possible? I hate to hear people say Jerry Jeudy is a waste of a first-round pick. J-A-G, or not a good wide receiver when the offense sucks and not wide receiver friendly. We talking about the Denver Broncos. Jerry Jeudy still has the same speed and all the abilities that got him drafted in the first round to the NFL. He's not out here dropping passes or unable to beat man coverage. That's not the case with Jerry Jeudy. He's still who he is. He hasn't lost a step. But remember the years when Sean Payton made Michael Thomas become an elite receiver with Drew Brees and the Saints? You mean to tell me you think Jerry Jeudy can't play to those standards? Man, you got to be crazy. Man, that dude is fast. He a route runner. He got all the skills, right? You got to be kidding me. Jeudy is an exceptional route runner with tremendous speed. So how can't he be effective? Only if he's dogging the plays or not running his routes 100%. And again, that is not the case when you're watching Jerry Jeudy. The ball just can't get to him. The quarterback can't get him the ball. But check this out. Let me put some facts for you. Last season, Jerry Jeudy was targeted 100 times. And out of those 100 times, I think he had 67 catches or something like that. But he was just shy of 1,000 yards with 972 yards. The facts say when you get him the ball, he's productive. So what are we talking about? There's other issues going on with this trade. It ain't got nothing to do with Jerry Jeudy because Jerry Jeudy still can play. Ain't nothing changed about him from when he came out of Alabama. But I can understand where Steve Smith is coming from. Because when Steve Smith played, he demanded the ball or you would get punched in the face. And it was simple as that, right? He ain't play like that. He gonna cause some trouble. You ain't getting him that ball. But maybe that's what Steve Smith is expecting and he wants to see from Jerry Jeudy because I don't see much of a difference from Jerry Jeudy to Justin Jefferson in abilities. But the difference is Minnesota makes sure they get Justin Jefferson the ball, win, lose, or draw. He is the game plan every week. So that's the difference. That's the only difference I see. I don't see too much difference in abilities. They're about the same size, same speed, same skill level. So when you underestimate a wide receiver, you got to understand this may not be his problem. This may be the coach problem, the quarterback problem, or the team problem. But we all have things that we can improve on. And I'm not saying that, he got it all figured out. We all got things we can improve on. But Jerry Jeudy, all the stuff you going through, maybe you should just do the Terrell Owens or do the Steve Smith. Or what about the Stephon Diggs and just go demand the ball right now to Russell Wilson. Tell him to throw you the dang ball or y'all gonna have a problem. Right now. What do you got to lose? They got you on the trading block. So right now, next day of practice, hey, listen here, throw me the ball. I need 7 catches next game. If I don't get 7 catches, we got a big problem and let them know you mean it. Hey, maybe it'll work. See what happens. Maybe that's what the coach want to see. Maybe that's what Coach Sean Payton want to see somebody come at Russell Wilson because Sean Payton continues to take his shots at him. So, why not try it? So, when you're back against the ball, brother, do what you got to do. But these situations make me thankful for my abilities in which led me to play cornerback because of all of these reasons, depending on a receiver, a quarterback to throw the receiver a ball, right? A cornerback doesn't need a quarterback to throw him the ball, right? Our job is to go get the ball. That's the purpose of a cornerback. So I thank God all the time, man. My journey led me to play cornerback, right? And because this cornerback is a one-man show, unless a quarterback is just blatantly scared to throw the ball your way. And that's a good thing for us cornerbacks. So think about that, kids out there, whether you want to play receiver or cornerback, because a receiver, you need that quarterback to throw you the ball. And then you got to hope it's a passing team, because if it's not a passing team and it's a running team, depending on what level you are, how you going to get recognized. But if you don't understand why Sean Payton is saying everyone on the team is on the trading block except Pat Surtain Jr. is because they need to rebuild their team and get some draft picks back that they gave up for Russell Wilson. Gave up all those draft picks for Russell Wilson, which is turning out to be a horrible trade. Probably go down as one of the worst trades in NFL history. But for Jerry Jeudy, if he does get traded and they do find a trader for Jerry Jeudy, where would you want to see him go? Where do you want to see him end up at? And, it's a few teams out there, but my personal feeling and belief of where I want to see him go and succeed is with a young quarterback. So any team with a young quarterback where he can go build and help immediately, I prefer him go find a place with a young, thriving quarterback. And you make the best of it because you a dog. You from South Florida and you him. Always believe that, Jerry Jeudy. But Sean Payton continues to take shots at his franchise quarterback. This relationship is a disaster, and it's been a disaster since day one. Like I said, it's probably going to go down as the worst trade in NFL history. 2 first-round draft picks, 2 second-round draft picks, and more. A $245 million hefty contract. Man. Who is responsible for those decisions? But Russell Wilson at this point starting to look old and like a quarterback that only can thrive in a Pete Carroll system and the Seattle Seahawks. Ever since you left that system, even though your last year or maybe last 2 years wasn't so good in Seattle, it's looking very, very not like you. Let's just say that, all right? But the game plan against the Chiefs was very simple and simplified to give Russell Wilson and the defense the best opportunity to win. Because we all know the defense can give up 70 points at any given moment. Or they give up 30 or 28, up there. So the game was simplified to help the team out if you didn't recognize that or understand that, right? The goal was to keep the ball away from the Chiefs' offense, which was a good game plan. But Russell looks totally out of sync with what's going on with the offense and the game plan and can't execute anything. He just looked old. He looked stiff, like can't be agile, make the shifty moves he used to make players miss. His speed looks 40% slower than when he got in the NFL. So, there's a lot of issues going on with this trade and, the franchise quarterback. But after the loss against the Chiefs, Sean Payton goes on to say, to win in our league, you've got to be better throwing the ball. And basically taking shots at Russell Wilson, not holding nothing back again, right? And once again, Russell Wilson, Sean Payton is pointing you out. And why is that? Yeah, I think he feels a certain way about Russell. We've seen him before in the past, you know what I mean, right? Because when Sean Payton came out publicly, right, and said to Russell Wilson to stop kissing those babies and all that stuff, I knew there was a problem because that was kind of like a personal attack. And, in life and with the bullies and stuff like that, they want to see how you were going to respond. And I'm not sure how Russell Wilson responded, but I would have went to his office and had a talk with him. We'd have had to have a man-to-man. He would have respected me just off that because, that was way out of hand. So hopefully Russell stepped up for himself and confronted that situation. But if you didn't know, Sean Payton comes from the Bill Parcells coaching tree. He is a coach with the dog's mentality. And he feels like Russell Wilson is soft. You can't tell already. Simple as that. You don't just keep picking at one person for no reason. You're picking at that person because you feel a certain way about him. And that's the way Sean Payton feels about his quarterback, right? If the quarterback and the head coach are not on the same wave when it comes to mentality, changes will come. And recently, you can hear Sean Payton raving about USC's Caleb Williams. Y'all know the All-American quarterback at USC. Everybody's, raving about, you know what I mean? But Sean Payton, he came on a show, on the Colin Cowherd show, and said he is a generational talent. And he's just talking in general, not saying that, he potentially going to be on the Broncos team. If it's possible, I'm sure he would. But he was just talking about, the type of player he is. And like I mentioned before in a previous episode, right? If Sean Payton can gather enough picks to make a run at Caleb Williams, you best believe he will, and get rid of Russell Wilson immediately. Hey, that's all I got to say. Mr. Pick Six, say what needs to be said. I'm out.